going for a ride, it's essential to know how to properly saddle your horse. Improper saddling can result in discomfort for the horse, which makes him not want to be able to be saddled, which is a bad habit to break. I'm going to tell you things you need to saddle a horse and bridle a horse, and how to do it. So the things you need first are a halter and lead rope. That's what to go get your horse. You're going to need grooming tools, which is a hoof pick and any kind of brush that you really have, I guess. A saddle pad to go under for more comfort. Obviously a saddle along with a breast collar and a cinch. And then finally your bridle. So the first step to do it is to go halter your horse. So I already did that, but I'll do it again. Come over here later. So what you do is you slip it through the big hole, goes in their nose, and then it goes around. And the second step is tie your horse properly. It's a safety release knot, so then if something happens you can just pull this and then it comes undone so they're not stuck. So you do over, under, through. It makes a little knot. And then you just pull it tight. And then you just pull the loose end if you need something. The next step is grooming your horse. With the brush, you always want to go with the grain. Pretty much, she's not very dirty right now, so just gets all the dirt off and anything that might be bothering them. I already groomed the other side of her, so we have to do this side. And then picking her foot. What you want to do is squeeze at the bottom of the ankle and then pick their foot up. And then there's a frog that's kind of like a triangle right here. So you want to pick on both sides and get all the rocks and stuff out on all 4 feet. Now that you're done with grooming, if flies are really bad, then you can put fly spray on to keep them more comfortable. But they aren't bad this time of year, so I don't have to do that. After you're done grooming your horse, now you're ready to put the saddle on and the bridle on. So first step, put the blanket on for comfort. You want your blanket to be right in the middle of your horse so it's not lopsided and puts different weight on different sides of your horse. You want it to be pretty high on the withers and the mane because it slides back when you put the saddle on. And you want all the mane to be out so then it doesn't bother them. And make sure it's even. Next step is your saddle. You just have to swing it over, try not to hit them with it. And then go on the other side and make sure all the little pieces of leather and the stirrup and everything is out from under. And let down the cinch and the breast collar. So first step is put the breast collar on. This keeps the saddle from slipping side to side. You don't want it tight at all because then when they walk forward it gets caught. So just put it about so there's plenty of room in between. The next step is the cinch. The first time you cinch it up, you don't want it to be very tight because it kind of squeezes the breath out of them. And they don't want you to do that anymore if you keep doing it that way. So first time, just do it so it's just snug on there but not tight at all. So about that tight is tight enough. And then you just loop it through and leave it so then they can breathe and then you can tighten it up. The breast collar also attaches onto the cinch. here's just a little clip that you can put on. So after you have that on, all you can do is tighten this up and put the bridle on. So the bridle, there's many different types. I have gaming reins, which are shorter for gaming, and a Western bridle. Pretty much depends on what your horse likes and what you like. For safety, put the halter on her neck. Then if something happens, she can't walk away or run away. So putting the bridle on, if your horse has a hard time taking the bit, you put your finger in their mouth and push down on their gum. It makes them open their mouth pretty much automatically. Try to be really nice and gentle with this, because if you're harsh, then they don't like it. Fold their ears forward, because if you fold them back, they're really sensitive and it doesn't feel good to them. Once you have that done, you just have to do the throat latch. And you don't want that, you want at least 3 fingers of room in between them, so it doesn't choke them. So after you're doing that, just straighten your reins over. And the last step is tightening up your cinch. You want it pretty much as tight as you can get it, so then you don't slip, your saddle doesn't slip off. And then I just slip it under, then through the loop. Just makes like a knot so it won't come looser. The extra rope you have, stick it in a slot that's located up here. That doesn't dangle and touch them on their body. So undo this, and you're ready for your ride. Now that you've learned how to properly